I mean, Kamala Harris, so I was, like I said, I was sad. I've been mad for weeks, but I shook it off. Because we got to shake it off, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got one job to do. We have got to beat Donald Trump and elect the first woman president of the United States. Under no circumstance can we allow the historical opportunity to slip through our fingers again. Today, I'm elated.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Leftist Losers Show, where we point out all of the losers of the left. And today I got a clip in the View for you guys where I just wanted to show you the absolute desperation of these people, where they are peddling the fake hype as much as they can and inhaling copium left and right because they don't know what to do. They're going to try everything they can to fake Kamala Harris across the finish line. They're going to peddle hype. They're going to try and act like she is the God's gift to the universe and that she's going to come save the Democratic Party, even though she is part of the administration that has absolutely tanked their ratings and just pushed them even farther down into the depths of the dumpster bin that the Democratic Party currently resides in. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this clip, and you guys can just get a good laugh for the evening of, again, the host of The View just inhaling copium left and right, pretending like Kamala Harris is going to just crush Donald Trump when we all know that's not the case.
So the president has endorsed Vice President Harris to take over the nomination, and she's already raised about $50 million since yesterday, and I anticipate that every Democrat who was kvetching is going to stand behind her. I am trusting that we're not going to have a problem here because this is what everybody said they wanted to happen. Mr. Manchin, don't even.
Okay, yeah, there is going to be a problem because, again, you guys didn't allow the voters to vote at all. There was no primary. You guys just stuck Kamala Harris in there, supposedly, right? She's not the nominee yet, but if she is the nominee, or it doesn't even matter at this point, whoever they pick for the nominee, the Democratic Party, the elites, just said, nope, this is who we're running with. So there should be a problem. And of course, she's saying, I hope everybody's just going to get behind them. Well, they will. The Democratic Party and the people who vote Democrat, they'll march in lockstep with the machine no matter what the machine does because they don't care. And this is why, countries become communist, because there's too many stupid people out there who will just march in lockstep with the machine and do whatever they're told. And that's exactly what The View is hoping to do right here. That's why they peddle the fake hype. They try to get the average layman involved and motivated to just vote for whoever the machine sticks in front of them. And that's what's going on right here.
Even think about it.
Sit down. Take a seat.
Sit down. We don't want you.
No.
We don't want you. We saw what you did.
Yeah.
Go on and stay wherever you are. You are not. Look, I should not. I started to speak as if I was a speaking head for the Democrats. I'm a speaking head for Whoopi. Sit down.
Yeah. No, I
Except for The View peddles nothing but Democrat propaganda. So, no, you are a speaking head for the Democrats. Don't lie to us.
To your point, Whoopi, I think, at this point, as of Sunday at 10 p.m., the vice president had 531 delegates already endorsing her. She needs 1986 to secure the nomination. So I think the only question is when, not if it's going to happen. Something that was very interesting in terms of the energy that you were mentioning, I was on a call last night with approximately 70,000, ultimately, Black women. It's called Win with Black Women. And it was just about the agenda, circling the wagons, getting behind the nominee. And Star Jones is actually the fundraising campaign chair. She asked everybody on the call.
Both of you guys
we were both on the call.
Right.
She said she wanted $1 million in 100 days. We raised $1.5 million in 2 hours.
You gotta love that the Democratic Party just embraces the racism left and right. You got all these focus groups where they're just, if your skin color is this, you need to get in here so we can race bait and make you feel bad. Be like, oh, you're white, or you're black, or you're whatever. Well, okay, then you better do what the rest of us are doing. You better stand behind the machine and march in lockstep. Don't question anything. Just do what you're told.
The energy is there. Please do not underestimate the power of Black women in this.
Or just women, period.
Women, period. But black women in particular tend to be the backbone of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, but you know what?
Because 53% of white women did vote for Trump.
And that's because the Democratic Party does nothing but emotionally manipulate people. I mean, everything that they push is just an emotional attack on the opposite party, and that's why they get women to vote for them. No offense, women that are watching this show, but females tend to listen to their emotions over logic. I'm not saying that as you have a major problem you need to fix. I'm just saying it's just the nature of women. Just as men tend to be more cold and not interested in emotions, there's positives and negatives to both of that. But when it comes to politics and making decisions, it really does hurt when you have a lot of females who are not initiated into politics. They're not interested in politics at all. But when they hear an attack ad that triggers some kind of emotion in them, they get motivated to go vote for that party. And that's why women overwhelmingly support Democrats, because they feel like the Democrats are the good people, because they say the Republicans are evil and they do bad, evil, nasty things and they don't like immigrants and blah, blah, blah. So they feel bad, so they just go vote and stand behind the Democrats. And it's silly. It's silly because it's got us to this position, right? We're in a position where we have a party that literally doesn't even have an agenda. Its agenda is just to support the machine in any way possible, and it'll lie, cheat, and steal to do whatever it has to do. And because it lies a lot, it gets people who don't pay attention to feel like they're on the right side and to vote for it. And it continues on, and here we are with people watching The View, believing all the garbage that The View just spews nonstop.
So I hope, though, that those women will now look at their reproductive health rights.
Well, that's what I'm talking
They
about.
start
That's what I'm
looking
talking
at their
about.
right to vote. I hope they start looking at this ticket. I think the only question is, who does she choose as a vice president, quite
Go ahead,
frankly?
Ann.
She can choose Cha-Cha, and I'm still gonna vote for her.
Yeah.
I mean, Kamala Harris, so I was, like I said, I was sad. I've been mad for weeks, but I shook it off. Because we gotta shake it off, ladies and gentlemen, because
This is the sad, and again, this is the sad reality of the Democratic Party, right? Is they literally will vote Democrat no matter what. Now, there are people in the Republican Party that do that too, but the fact that Trump exists when you have a ton of the rhinos, the establishment Republicans that hate him, the fact that he's still prevailed, and then there's still rhinos that also get voted in, shows you that there are Republicans who don't just vote Republican no matter what. Which, again, I think that's not really a good thing in terms of the Trump thing, because you got these establishment people who will vote for the machine no matter what, and now we're flirting with the idea of voting Democrat because they just want to keep, the establishment in power. But the Democrats are ridiculous. They voted for a man who had dementia because they gaslit the country for 4 years about it. 5 years if you include the campaign. And now you've got her sitting here. They're not even going to hide it at this point. I don't care who they put in a position. I'll vote for Kaka. Like, this lady's insane. These people are insane. They're the problem with the political system in America. They will just vote for whoever will hand them free stuff. They will vote for whoever hands them money. They'll vote for whoever hands them power. They don't care if it benefits the country or actually takes us to a better place. As long as they get what they want, their selfishness will prevail. And it's disgusting.
because we've got one job to do. We have got to beat Donald Trump and elect the first woman president of the United States. Under no circumstance can we allow the historical opportunity to slip through our fingers again. Today, I'm elated, I'm excited, I'm optimistic.
Even if they get what they want, if she gets what she supposedly wants, the first woman president, Kamala Harris, look, I hope if it's going to be a Democrat first woman president, I hope it's Kamala Harris. She is so awful. She has such a terrible track record. She is so garbage at her job because she just keeps getting put there for DEI hires. She is going to make she's going to destroy any female running for president ever again. I'm sorry, she will. Unless they cheat to get the other ones in power, she's going to do such a terrible job. The optics for her is going to be so bad as they already are. People like Tulsi Gabbard will show up and just tear her apart again. It's going to make women look terrible. I'm sorry, but that's the representation you want to be the first woman president. You want Kamala Harris. Hillary Clinton is extremely evil, but she at least is efficient at being evil. Kamala Harris is just, she's, can't say anything without getting in trouble. She's terrible. Let's just put it that way. She's absolutely awful. She's a horrible representation for women. And I feel bad for those that actually think she's going to go out there and do a good job.
I'm ready to go to work. And for all of those people asking, is this country ready for a woman president? Is this country ready for a black woman president? Well, you better get ready, because Madame Vice President is coming your way.
So she was the right pick, and here's why. She's vetted on a national stage. They have a 3-month runway to introduce. People know her, but to really introduce her as the presidential candidate. The cons are known. We know what the playbook from Trump is. She was the border czar, and border security is a major issue. She called for giving money to release protesters in the summer of 2020. So they'll frame her as sort of law enforcement candidate. But she flips the narrative on age. She's now the younger candidate. I have been saying that this election could be determined by first-time voters or second-time voters who have been really kind of not energized in this race. She's going to lean into celebrity endorsements. I would be stunned if you don't see Taylor Swift, Beyonce come out for her.
I think Beyonce already endorsed her.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yes, because nobody wants to go see Kamala Harris talk, because Kamala Harris has nothing. She has no agenda. There's nothing motivating about her besides, oh, I'm brown and I'm a woman. That's it. Listen to everything that she's saying and like simple it down to a category and then realize all she's saying is, oh, well, our agenda is she's young, she's a woman, and she's brown. And Trump's old and white. So, like, you know, he's got the fact that border crisis is the worst it's ever been and she was in charge of that. Oh, well, that's bad, but who cares? Like, remember last week where they were saying she was never the border czar? Well, they gave up on that because it was so blatantly obviously a lie. But nope. She's brown and she's a woman, folks. Get hype, because that's what we're voting for. Who cares about the agenda or the country falling apart? All that matters is there's a brown woman in charge. It's ridiculous.
Publicly, I didn't see that. Yeah. But she is going to have so much momentum and enthusiasm, and I actually think the short runway favors her. But mark my words, and listen, there are genuine vulnerabilities.
Oh, yeah, it favors her because, you know, regular people take information in so slowly in terms of, like, they don't pay attention. So they get, you know, maybe every couple days they'll watch the news or something because it'll be on in their office or whatever. Yeah, it favors her because she's so terrible. The less time she spends in front of cameras or getting scrutinized, the better for her. That's the ridiculous part, right? Like they're not even hiding it. They're just saying, oh yeah, no, the less time America has to figure out who this lady is, the better, because we just need them to go vote for the D, no matter who it is. Just vote for the D, right? Vote D, vote blue D, no matter who it is.
She's too left for me, and I want to see a moderate vice president. I think that will help with independence and moderate.
She's more moderate than you think. You mean moderate president?
Well,
she's going to be
her vice president.
Oh, her. Gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
More moderate than you think. You know, one thing that I noticed about Kamala is that she is a former prosecutor. So now you have a former prosecutor versus a convicted felon. That's something that I like. I like that.
Yeah, the black community doesn't like that, and they've openly said that a million times about her. Even before Trump was the felon, they openly talked about how Kamala Harris is terrible. She locked up thousands of black men in California for minor drug charges, didn't let them out. She hid information that would have proved the innocence of a man on death row until the absolute last moment. Like, this lady is an evil person. And the reason she was locking those people up in minor drug charges in California was because California has laws that allows them to use prisoners as fire brigades to fight the forest fires. That's basically modern day slavery. Like, she's basically a slave owner from California who's now running because she's brown. And oh man, dude, these people are just so bad. This is so bad. It's insane. It's so bad, man. She's also like the farthest left. What is senator? Was she senator or congresswoman? I don't remember. She was in Congress. I know that. I know she voted the farthest left possible. I don't know if that's because she's actually like the farthest left on policy, or if it's just because she's so bad at making deals that she only voted on far left Democratic policies, so it just made her vote record look so bad. I don't know. But Kamala Harris is awful, man. This lady is a freaking nobody with no talent. She can't even rile up a crowd. The only reason they're talking about having Taylor Swift and them show up is because Kamala Harris literally can't bring a crowd or attract a crowd because she's boring and has terrible skills at speaking. Like, she can't give any speeches without prattling on about random garbage, like the passage of time or whatever that famous speech she had that was just so bad it went viral.
She is tough on crime. She's a law enforcement.
Let her finish.
The Trump campaign is going to overplay its hand. They're going to lean too hard into sexist, misogynistic attacks and too hard on race. Yeah. And it's going to make independent moderates call them Nikki Haley swing voters.
Okay, I'm going to end it there, folks. These people are ridiculous. Yeah, they're going to lean into race and sexism. Well, if they lean into sexism, honestly, that might help Trump. I don't even know at this point. But no, sorry, honey, you guys had just talked about how Kamala Harris is a brown woman for like a good, 4.5 minutes straight? That was pretty much the only point you had, is that she's got a vagina and is brown, and that's why she's going to win? And then you're saying that Trump's going to lean into sexism and racism? Yeah, the only reason Trump and them are going to lean into that stuff potentially is because you guys won't shut up about it, and so they're going to have to counter the narrative by, responding. They don't have to, but they will, I'm sure, because Republicans are reactionary, right? Anyways, folks, I'm sorry. My takes on this clip were not that great because I'm just like, my brain, all the Kamala Harris hype has turned my brain into mush. Like, I have potato brains right now because this is just, there's no substance here. There hasn't been any substance in any of the arguments for Kamala Harris at all. It's just fake hype, rah-rah garbage, put the twerking celebrity up in front of everybody so they stare at the ass cheeks bouncing around, and then, vote blue, and that's it. And if you don't, you're a sexist racist. Remember that, guys. Remember, if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, you're a sexist racist and you're terrible. Anyways, this video, these people are ridiculous. I just wanted to show you guys the absolute cope that's spreading through the View. As always, if you enjoyed poking fun at the View, you know, drop a like or subscribe. I would appreciate it. If not, drop a comment. Yeah, we'll have better content soon. This week's been kind of slow. It's just nothing but fake hype train for Kamala Harris. Hopefully, we'll see who the real candidate's going to be. I really don't think this is going to be their candidate, honestly. I mean, unless they just don't have a plan, I feel like they're going to swap her out at the last second just because you can already kind of feel this fading off, like the honeymoon phase. It's already starting to die off. I think they were testing it. And once it does die and it just goes into full-blown tear her apart again and they get Tulsi out there in the field just tearing her apart, I think they might swap her out last second. At this point, it doesn't matter. They already did it without a primary, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see. Anyways, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to talk to you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Peace.